Today on CWN, we have 21 days until Christmas.
And sports has been extremely busy lately. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Emma, and today is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2024.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the pledge to the Texas flag.
The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
FFA had a leadership meeting yesterday for Ag. Let's send it to Angus, one of our FFA students, to get some more information on how that went.
Good morning, Cats. My name is Adrian Menes. I'm here with Angus. Angus, tell me, you guys had your FFA meet for Ag last Monday. Can you tell me a little bit how that went?
We did pretty all right. Our groups did clearly get outshined by a bunch of better schools there, but in total we did pretty okay. I was with my friends Mateo and Weston, and we did radio, which is where we go into a separate room and we get mic'd up like you would a podcast, and you read off a script, and it's basically about FFA, and you get judged on how you can't stumble, how clearly you say it, all the words you speak, stuff like that. And we did okay. It was not our best run though, and let's see. Other groups that were there were our quiz team, which also got outclassed by a few other schools there. It's just about true or false, stuff like that, all about FFA. And then the Coastal Bend District, who goes here, he's a senior. He got first place in creed speaking, which is basically pledging to FFA and saying that you're going to work hard and stuff like that. It's just saying that you're going to be a good person and always participate in FFA meets.
Well, that's really cool. Let's turn it back to the studio.
Before the break, robotics had a lot of fun making their robots for their competition. They had some technical difficulties but had an amazing comeback and did not let that stop them. We spoke to Mr. Eason to tell us more about what happened at that competition and how it went.
Hi, I'm Quinn. I'm here with Mr. Eason. Mr. Eason, I heard you guys have a robotics competition. What's up with that?
Yeah, so basically the start of our Thanksgiving break, my robotics kids had a competition that Saturday. They were spending the whole week getting ready. Especially that Friday, we had some issues with our connections and wiring, and then all of our code got deleted at one point, so we had to fix that. But they went and competed, and they did really well, very surprisingly well. They tested out some new arm mechanics that they got on the robots here. So it went really well. Our Engineers ended up in 11th out of 23 teams, and our Nano Knights actually had made it up the rankings to 6th. So really proud of them, really proud of their progress. We've got one more competition coming up before the end of the year in 2 more weeks. So we'll see how we do by then, and hopefully we can get those rankings up a little bit more before we get to our championship in May.
Mm-hmm. Will you guys be better prepared?
Yes, I think so. All the stuff that we've gotten from the Calallen Education Foundation and our sponsors has been a huge help. So we're ready. Going to test out some more new stuff, and then we're going to be set.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Seniors, please go by the cafeteria windows and make sure that your name is spelled correctly and that your portrait is the correct one. If you see a mistake, please send an email to CalallenYearbook@gmail.com or come by room 704 and let Miss Luby know. You will have 1 week to make sure that these are correct.
Now let's send it over to Addie for Wildcat Media.
Thank you, anchors. Welcome back to Wildcat Media. Wildcat Media is sponsored by Sonic, America's Drive-In. CIS has recently opened a food pantry at Calallen Middle School for Calallen ISD families. It opens on Tuesdays beginning December 3rd from 9 to 11 a.m. and 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. by appointment only. For more on that, check out at Calallen ISD. Now that's all from media. Back to the anchors.
Thank you, Addie.
Now let's send it over to Maddie with the rundown of sports right after this quick break.
Hey guys, I'm Hunter. I'm here with Caitlin. So Caitlin, we heard that soccer tryouts are going on. Can you tell us all about that? Yeah, so today will be day 2 of tryouts from 4:15 to 6:15. If you were not here yesterday, you're still able to come try out. You'll just have to make up the stuff that we did. Just also, you have to make sure that you have your rank 1 and your physical done.
All right, perfect. And we heard that senior portraits are improving right now. Can you tell us all about that as well?
Yeah, so last week before we went off to break, we had the freshman, sophomore, and junior school pictures downstairs for proofing, and now we have the senior ones. So seniors, make sure you go check your name off and make sure that your picture's good, your name's spelled right, and then if there's a problem, you can email calallenyearbook@gmail.com, or you can come up to room 704.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Caitlin. That's it from us. Now back to the studio.
Thank you, anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. Calallen Wildcat Sports is brought to you by Southern Charm Home Cooking. As most of you now know, our 2024 football season has sadly come to an end after that losing game against Bay City. Let's take a look to see how our offense played. Let's send it over to Coach Schmidt.
I'm here, Coach Schmidt. And can you tell me last Friday's game, how did y'all do offensively? Offensively, I felt like we did pretty well. We moved the ball well. We scored touchdowns when we needed to. We could always get better, but I felt like we executed pretty well, especially against a really high-ranked team. And can you tell me what you're going to do offensively next year to get better? Next year, we'll kind of do the same thing we did this year. The only kind of thing that makes things better is that everybody has a way better knowledge of the offense. So we'll be able to implement some newer things, some better things going into next year. Thank you. Now back to the studio.
Also on the topic of football, let's send it over to Coach Cave to get the inside scoop on how our defense played during this Thanksgiving break game.
Hey Cats, I'm Grant. I'm here, Coach Cave. Coach Cave, defense is pretty well this year. What were your thoughts on them?
Yeah, it was a long journey. Started, August 1st. A lot of we didn't have the kids, everyone all summer, so we kind of started install on the 1st and had to play a game 2 weeks later, or first scrimmage 2 weeks later, and then another one, and then by GP, we'd only been going for 3 weeks. Gave up a lot of points that game. But overall, each week we got better and better and better and better on defense until the end there with Bay City.
They averaged 48 points, and y'all held them to 27 points. Can you talk about that, how y'all prepared for that?
Yeah, Bay City is a really good team, really good quarterback, really explosive receivers. I thought we were playing our best defense going into that game. But those big games kind of come down to certain plays, a couple plays, and they made them and we didn't, and that's kind of where we're at now. But we're going to get back in the lab, get better.
Thank you. That's all. I'm back to the studio.
Swim also recently had a meet over the break, and they did amazing. We interviewed Coach Lawrence to get the rundown on that. Let's send it over to him.
Good morning, Calallen. I'm here with Coach Lawrence. So, Coach Lawrence, can you tell us a bit more about swimming?
Yes, we went to a meet this weekend at the natatorium. It's called the Gobbler Games. They're, kind of suggesting a nice little Thanksgiving treat, and did very well. There was really, really good competition, a lot of teams there. There were over 500 swimmers that came to this meet and over 25 teams. And we had some people that did very well. Naomi Lowe broke a school record this weekend. Lev Sikora did very well at the meet. Jenny Pickens and Whitney Larson all had very good meets. And so, really stiff competition. Big 6A schools were there. And, our teams did very well for all the competition that was there.
Thank you. Now I'm here with Naomi. So can you tell us about what you got in swimming?
Yes, I broke the 50 free Calallen record. Originally it was 25.29 and I got 25.05.
Thank you. Back to the studio.
Our boys basketball team also competed over the break. We caught up with Coach Burnett to get some more information on that. Let's take it over to him.
I'm here with Coach Burnett. So, Coach, you had a game last week against SGA. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, we played SGA on the Spurs court in Frost Bank in San Antonio. Great experience for our boys to go play on a professional court, and we came out with a win. We won 75-57. Top scorers were Sam Sakeva, he had 30 points, Tanner Martinez 17 points, and Peyton Tindall had 8 points.
So y'all play tonight against IWA. Can you tell me more about that team?
They're a pretty good school. They always got a good basketball team. We pretty much play them every year, so it's going to be a good game for us tonight. Our JV1 plays at 5 o'clock, and our varsity plays at 6:15.
Okay, thank you. Now back to the studio.
And speaking about basketball, our fantastic girls team also played over the break. We spoke with one of the players, Gwen, to get the rundown on that. Let's send it to her.
Hey Cats, I'm here with Gwen, one of our varsity basketball players. So Gwen, y'all have had a game over this past Thanksgiving break. Can you tell me how that went?
Yes, we played IWA. We came out with the win. We did really good. We were very much together as a team, and I think we played really good all together.
And can you tell me what's going on this week with basketball?
Today we have a game against Orange Grove in Orange Grove, and on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we have Battle of the Bay. It's a whole big tournament, and we're gonna have fun.
Well, thank you. Good luck to y'all. Back to the studio.
And that's the latest on Calallen Sports. Now back to the anchors.
Thank you, Maddie.
Now it's time for James to tell us all about today's weather forecast right after this short break.
Hi, I'm Conan here with Miss Lyons. Miss Lyons, there's a few more dress-up days. Can you tell us about that?
There is. Actually, we have holiday dress-up days for every day until Christmas break after we get back from Thanksgiving. So when you come back, the first day is going to be Christmas socks. Wear your Christmas socks. There's going to be calendars hanging in the hallway. Look at the calendars. Take pictures because every day we have something different. It's going to be fun. We are on the countdown to Christmas.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you, Wakers, and good morning, Wildcats. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Baytech Robinson Families. And folks, the colder weather has finally gotten here to the Coastal Bend region. Currently, your temperature is at 65 degrees with cloudy skies, 15% chance of rain, and winds out of the northeast at 16 miles per hour, so it's going to feel quite a bit colder than it actually is. Looking onto your regional Doppler radar, got an interesting thing occurring. You can see those storms up north in the Victoria area and up towards San Antonio moving in a northeasterly direction. However, the storms over the Gulf to the south of us are moving northwest. This is due to a low pressure system that over the next few days will be centered over or near the Corpus Christi area, so we're likely going to get some rain. Also, rip current statements and small craft advisories along and off the coast until tomorrow morning. And the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season has officially come to an end. A total of 18 depressions, all 18 of those becoming named storms, 11 of those achieving hurricane status, and 5 reaching major hurricane status. There are 4 names that are likely to be retired next month by the World Meteorological Organization, being Hurricane Beryl, the first storm of the season to reach Category 5 strength and the earliest calendar year Category 5 ever recorded. Major Hurricane Helene, which absolutely inundated western North Carolina. Hurricane Milton, which had the fastest strengthening of a hurricane from tropical depression to Category 5 in recorded history, as well as being one of the most intense cyclones recorded. And the final storm of the season, Tropical Storm Sarah, which caused intense flooding in Central America. But thankfully, we can rest easy knowing there's not going to be any more this year. And also, triple countdown here. 17 days until Christmas break begins, 21 days till the big day itself, and then 29 until 2025 begins. And today we do have a marginal risk of flash flooding, especially in the southern areas of the region anytime during rainfall, so make sure to watch out for that. Now, finally, on to your 2 to 10 forecast. Now onto your 2 to 10 forecast. Cold fronts and stationary fronts are likely to be in the region throughout the rest of the day, with that rain chance especially picking up in the evening with a 60% chance of showers at 10 p.m. Those temperatures, however, will remain around 65 degrees the entire day, with winds ranging from 10 miles per hour east-northeast at the low to 16 northeast at its high. And looking into your 3-day outlook, that cold front tomorrow is likely going to become a stationary front, which will linger in the area until Thursday with highs in the mid-70s and slight chances of rain. Then on Friday, that stationary front is going to move out of the area, and that low pressure will persist, bringing some rain with 50% chance, as well as a high in the low 60s. And with that, let's take it back to the anchors.
Thank you, James. And that's all your announcements for today, but now it's time for your joke of the day. So guys, what is a red, white, and blue during Christmas?
I don't know, Emma. What?
A sad candy cane.
For all you social people out there, make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at Calallen TV for all the latest updates. Also, subscribe to us here on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos.
And as always,
stay classy, Calallen.